I am now pleased to thank and give the floor to our Master of Ceremony, who will lead the evening in a very dynamic format, Chloé Carrière, aerospace engineer and science communicator, founder of Galactic Studio. And Saskia Straub, final year student at EHL. Thank you, Saskia.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jerome. Thank you very much. I have to say, I really appreciate that you started the evening with an Einstein quote. Because as a physicist and an engineer, we often forget that scientists are also big inspiration when it comes to leadership. It's a privilege to be your moderator and co-moderators tonight with Saskia. I had the privilege to be one of the nominees 4 years ago for the first edition of these awards. I'm very excited to be able to introduce our nominees tonight. And Saskia with me also. How are you doing tonight?
I'm very excited. As you can tell, I'm a last semester student here, so I think this is the best way to end my journey here with EHL. And I'm also taking notes from all of these inspiring leaders that we can welcome here on stage tonight. I'm excited, but now show clap by clapping. How excited are you for tonight?
Okay, clap test, clap test. I think the public is pretty excited. Our nominees were like, oh. But don't worry, we'll start. We're going to start. This is a new theme and a new format this year. So we're going to start the contest that's going to be in 3 different parts. The first part is an introduction of the different nominees. So we're going to invite them one by one on stage. We're going to watch together a 90-second video that they had to produce for us. And then they have 3 minutes to convince us. We're going to ask with Saskia a couple of questions. So without any further ado, let's start with our first nominee. The first nominee coming is Anne-Laure Bandel. She is a partner at Borrell & Barbie in Geneva, advising private and institutional clients in art law, copyright, philanthropy, and commercial law. She holds a PhD from the University of Geneva and lectures at the same university, but also the one in Fribourg, as well as the London School of Economics. She serves as well as director of the Art Law Foundation. Please, let's give a round of applause for Anne-Laure. Thank you very much for being here with us. We have a microphone for you as well here. Here you go. Thank you very much, Anne-Laure. So you have sent us a 90-second video, difficult exercise, I believe.
Very much so.
Okay, let's watch it together.
My name is Anne-Laure Bandel. I'm a partner and lawyer at Borrell & Barbie in Geneva, where I advise clients in legal and strategic matters related to the art world, philanthropy, and intellectual property. Alongside my practice, I have developed a particular focus on due diligence, contracts, and the logistics involving artworks and collectibles, working at the intersection of law, expertise, and the art ecosystem. If you don't find me in the office, I'm most likely at the University of Geneva or Fribourg or at the London School of Economics, where I lecture on art law, copyright, and cultural philanthropy. What I find most compelling about this field is that it's never only just about trust and reputation. It's about knowing what you own or are about to acquire. I'm passionate about helping clients to navigate this always evolving and very complex art environment with transparency and clarity. And I'm very pleased to be part of the Swiss Who's Who community. Thank you.
Thanks to you, Anne-Laure. Thank you very much for sharing. My first question was, when I was listening to your video, is how did you decide that you were going to become a lawyer? I guess it was not a childhood dream to become a lawyer in due diligence.
In fact, no. I actually didn't want to become a lawyer at the first place. I started my career in academia after an internship at Christie's legal department in London. And that's when I realized that there is such thing combining law to art. So I actually wanted to start studying and researching art law. And then I noticed that this is a very practical field And from academia, I then changed into becoming a lawyer and still have now this double activity, which I really enjoy.
Could you share with us what's the most challenging case you've been faced with?
There are many. I think the most challenging cases are those where your client doesn't follow your advice. So obviously you have to convince the client, but sometimes they're so stubborn. And so you take it from different angles, but sometimes it's really hopeless. And it has happened to me once, fortunately not that often, that I had to say to a client, look, I'm useless to you because you don't listen to me. So we have to end this because the road you're taking, unfortunately, is leading to nothing. So that's the hardest part.
So communication skills as well in being a lawyer.
Psychological skills. We are psychologists.
And art, is it a passion of yours aside of your job?
Absolutely. And I'm very fortunate. I feel very fortunate to be in this environment, talking to artists, to collectors, looking at their art, touching it. And it's a very enriching environment. So it is definitely a passion.
I don't have many lawyers in my surroundings. So if I had to base what I imagine what the life of a lawyer is, I guess I would have to feature what's happening in Suits. I don't know if anyone has watched Suits. Raise your hand if you watch Suits. Okay, so how close or how far it is from this?
That show has ruined our reputation. So people think all day long we are making deals in 2 seconds while buying a hot dog on the street. But that's not how this works, really, believe me. It's much more intense and tedious, and but it's very diverse, and that's also part of the fun. You can negotiate a contract or plead your case at court, or really advise a client or the family's client and see, what's the best way forward. And that's the most gratifying, is when you get that sort of result where you feel like you've helped someone, actually.
And this is how you shape the future in your own way?
Well, I try. Also with my students, I'd love, now is exam time, actually, next month. So they will all come, and it will feel really gratifying for me to see what they've learned, what they've retained, how they can actually exceed what we've lectured, what we've taught together. So that is really how I see the future, is to give them something, hopefully, that will then nourish a passion of their own.
Thank you very much, Anne-Laure, for those 3 minutes. Thank you.
And next up, we have Loïc Brunswick. He is the CEO of Bongenie, Brunswick & CSA, but he's also a member of the board of directors of 3 different organizations, and he's also an EHL alumni, and he holds a master's degree from HEC Paris in entrepreneurship. Please welcome Loïc Brunswick to the stage. You have also submitted a 90-second video.
Yes, I did.
Yes, should we look into it?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Loïc, and I'm the CEO of our family group. Some of you may know our main company, which is Bongenie, represented with 16 physical stores in Switzerland and 2 e-commerce websites. I'm a member of the 5th generation since the creation of the company, and I'm super happy and super fortunate to be able to work with some of our family members in the company, trying to hand it over maybe one day to a 6th generation, who knows. Of course, retail is not easy. And this is why I'm still in the office at almost 8 o'clock on the Friday night. It has a lot of challenge. Currently, one of the hot topics is the organization of the G7 in Evian. That will bring a lot of violence probably in the city centers in Geneva, eventually as well in Lausanne. So we don't really know what to do, if we can keep the stores open, how to keep our staff safe, how to keep some sales as well, of course, because if we close for 4 or 5 days, it is very impactful. And apart from that, one big project that is keeping me busy is the future and the new construction of our headquarters, where we'll be moving our 120 employees working in finance, buying, IT, digital marketing, logistics in Plan-les-Ouates. So I just received this week some mood boards of the projects that you can discover right now. So yeah, and when I'm not in my office, as I'm a big golf enthusiast, I like to play golf, so you may find me on the golf course. Voilà, I hope to see you later tonight in this beautiful campus that bring back a lot of beautiful memories as I did my bachelor degree here in Lausanne. So I look forward to meeting some of you tonight and wishing you a nice evening.
You're a very busy man. How do you have time to do it all? Being a board member, a CEO, finding time to play golf. How can you manage everything all together?
I don't have children yet. So that is the first part of the answer. And yeah, I mean, it's passion. It's a lot of work, but of course, when you're an entrepreneur or managing a company, you can organize yourself as you want, where you think that you can bring value. Then the tough part, when it's kind of your own company or the family company, is when to stop and to find time for friends or find time for other interests that you may have.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel that there are synergies between the different things that you do? For example, being a board member, but also being a CEO. How does it benefit you being in one for the other job?
Yeah, to be very honest, I'm only board member on companies where we are shareholders or partially shareholders. So definitely, most of this position came also through Bongenie. Mm-hmm. To give you an example, we decided to promote and to have to develop the second-hand business in our stores, and this is how we came to meet a company that is doing second-hand, luxury second-hand. We decided to have to make a small investment in this company, and then of course it was decided to have a place at the board. So definitely that there is a good mix between my board position in those smaller companies and then my main CEO position at Bongenie.
And we're talking about shaping the future tonight. So what does it mean to you when you're trying to help shape it in several different places?
Yeah, I mean, our industry is an old industry, retail, that needs to really change and being transformed. So my goal of changing of contributing to the future is basically trying to hand over our company to a 6th generation. It's tough, and it's really the goal that we have, basically. I would qualify it as a success if one day we are capable of bringing this company to a 6th generation. If not, we tried, or there is a reason for it. So I don't know how much I contribute for the future of the world, but at least I'm trying to contribute to the future of our 500 employees and of the family. And
with so many employees, you must have a lot of people try to find an answer. But how does it feel sometimes not having an answer to the questions that so many people are asking you on a daily basis?
You see, I don't even have an answer for this one. So sometimes you need to agree that you don't have answers for everyone and for any type of questions. I think it's important to be very honest. When you don't know, you don't know. But usually if they come to you, is that they already reflected about the question and that they think that you may be able to help them. So you try to be human, you try to be honest, and you try to give them advices. Some are good, some are not as good as they would have hoped. But I mean, I think the importance is not just to answer because you need to give an answer, but to be very honest with the people.
That was a very good answer. Thank you very much. A round of applause.
Thank you.
We will now introduce our third nominee that is unfortunately not here right now. but it's important that we also leave room for a video and her profile. So Joséphine Devecq is a Swiss actress, writer, and theater maker born in Fribourg. She graduated in drama from INSAS in Brussels and holds a master's in scenic arts practice from the University of the Arts in Bern. She's the founder of her own company, Opus 89 Collective. She creates and performs theater works across Switzerland, France, and Belgium, and has also established herself as a novelist. Let's watch Joséphine's video.
It started? Okay, hello, I'm Joséphine Devecq. I'm an actress and a writer. I'm very happy to be part of the NEXTGEN nominees. My favorite topics are how to emancipate ourselves from our own beliefs and what it means to be a woman in the Western society. My last highlights, I have just created a new solo show called The Train, inspired by a book I have published last year called The Little Fight. And this story is about a woman who is on a train, and this travel gives her the opportunity to get out of a toxic relationship. I am also part of the Swiss pavilion at the Biennale of Venice, thanks to a wonderful collaboration with the artist Yul Tamatala. I have created my own theater company, Opus 89, in 2013, and with this structure, I have created many theater plays and also cultural events in Switzerland, of course, but also France, Belgium, Poland, Bulgaria. If I have chosen art as my playground, it's because art gives us the opportunity to see the world through another perspective and to embrace its complexity and diversity. My favorite topics are, as I said, emancipation, but also power relations and how we can free ourselves from our own rules. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful evening.
Don't worry, for the second part of the event, we will have the time to discover Joséphine in a bit more depth.
Perfect. Moving on with our next nominee, Andrea Furlan. He is the co-founder and the CEO for L'Enmarie, and he has been in the luxury industry for almost 2 decades now. And he also holds a Bachelor of Arts in Industrial Design from École Cantonale d'Art de Lausanne. Please welcome Andrea Furlan to the stage. Yes, perfect.
Hello.
Hello. Should we take a look at your video?
Sure. Everyone, my name is Andrea Furlan. I was born in Geneva, and from a very young age, I was passionate about watch and automotive design, which led me to internet houses like Hublot, Chopard, and HG3 Complication. I spent hours drawing my grandfather's watch. That is what made me want to pursue this path. I studied industrial design at École School, not far from the EHL, then had the privilege of working alongside Dominique Renault, one of the greatest independent watchmakers. In 2029, I flew to China to work as a design consultant and learn about mass production process. In 2021, with my partner Ahmad, and in the middle of COVID, we founded Furlan Marie on Kickstarter. In under 1 minute, we were fully funded with zero spent on marketing. And after 8 months, we received the Horological Revelation Prize at the GPHG, which is the Grand Prix d'Horlogerie de Genève. Our mission is simple: make high-end watchmaking more accessible through direct online distribution and patented innovations. Today, we are self-funded with over 35,000 customers in 100 countries and a tight team of 7 full-time people. Athletics and music taught me discipline, to move forward step by step, and to never give up, even when the path is long. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful evening.
Well, you've already mentioned kind of what drove you to found your own company, but can you elaborate a bit further why you decided to build something of your own instead of just jumping onto someone else's vision and going into an existing company, trying to make that better?
So, Furlan Marie was a dream. Always I wanted to have my own brand, and I found that there is many things that missed in the watch industry, especially in the less than 1,000 Swiss francs space. And so we wanted to give more to the people and to think about not only the product but everything around the product. For example, packaging experience, which is super important, customer service, and yeah, to try, and we tried with Ahmad. It was difficult because we wanted to make a luxury, more luxury product. It was a perpetual calendar at the beginning, and then COVID happened, so we were blocked at home. Him in the Middle East, me in Geneva. We had to quickly move and to find a new story to tell, and so yes, we decided to create Furlan Marie during COVID.
Wow. And how would you describe it? How does your company reflect you as a person?
I want to give more, be really transparent with the transparency really important in Furlan Marie. So we say where the components come from. We are really transparent, and we want to also educate a little bit more about the tell story in the watchmaking industry, because there's many great story about watchmakers, about movement, and we want to make that accessible and more open to the public. Furlan Marie is like a company that is honest, and I think it's a humble project because we are not seller, we are not coming from marketing. So every time when a customer comes to the showroom, if it's me who make the visit, I give a strap or something because I'm horrible at sell, but so I let the people do that. But it's all about that. It's humble and honest project.
And looking into the future, what is the vision company? What should it look like in the next 10 years, and what would really make you proud?
We want to have 3 different collections in the company. So we have a Mecha Quartz, which is focusing on less than 1,000 Swiss francs watch, but we push the finish on that price level. Then we have a mechanical and automatical collection, and what is important for me, because I come from the haute horlogerie with Dominique Renaud, it's to make complication accessible. So we patent complication, and we want also to try our best for everyone to enjoy a watch and to have the smile on when they look at their wrist.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's move on to our last, but not the least, nominee, Mathieu Wildabert, who is a Swiss rhetoric consultant, author, and radio and TV columnist at RTS. He's dedicated to helping organizations communicate with clarity, concision, and precision. He is the founder of his own advisory practice and trains businesses and political parties across continents in the art of public speaking, and has published a practical guide to rhetoric in the workplace with Édition Erol in Paris. Please, let's welcome Mathieu on stage. Merci Mathieu. On va passer en français pour ta partie. Est-ce qu'on regarderait ta vidéo?
Avec grand plaisir. Un prêtre s'il est possible de fumer en priant, il vous répondra que non. Demandez à ce même prêtre maintenant s'il est possible de prier en fumant une cigarette, il vous répondra que oui. Mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue dans le monde fabuleux de la rhétorique où chaque mot compte. Nulle prétention dans cette vidéo de pouvoir dessiner le futur, mais le futur de votre communication, lui, peut être dessiné avec précision. Et il ne s'agit pas de parler de la liaison secrète que vous entretenez avec Claude, mais des échanges que vous aurez avec le monde. Comment est-ce possible? Grâce à l'univers de la rhétorique. Cet univers permet un conseil dans toute la francophonie. Cet univers permet un livre publié aux éditions Erol à Paris. Cet univers permet des centaines de décryptages dans les médias francophones de Genève à Québec. Et l'ambition aujourd'hui est grande, celle de devenir l'une des références francophones dans le domaine du conseil en rhétorique et communication publique. Un service destiné aux athlètes est d'ailleurs en développement pour que cette même rhétorique leur permette d'être reconnus non pas pour ce qu'ils font, mais pour ce qu'ils sont. Et attention tout de même, le mot d'ordre doit rester le plaisir. Bah oui, il faut bien s'amuser un peu. Alors, pour pimenter l'exercice, cette vidéo de présentation personnelle a été écrite sans aucun pronom personnel.
Merci Mathieu. Tu peux l'aider pour les personnes qui nous suivent en ligne. Ma première question, peut-on prier en fumant?
Faut demander, parce que j'ai pas l'impression que la réponse soit oui naturellement.
plus globalement, qu'est-ce que c'est la rhétorique et comment est-ce qu'on fait pour finir dans ton métier?
La rhétorique, c'est l'art de convaincre et de persuader, c'est-à-dire l'art de faire réfléchir les gens d'un côté et les mettre en mouvement de l'autre. Ça nécessite un argumentaire de fond, ça nécessite des émotions. Dans le mot émotion, il y a motion, le mouvement. Et ensuite, comment est-ce qu'on tombe dans la rhétorique? Ça aide lorsque nous sommes le petit dernier d'une fratrie de 5. La dernière part de pizza, vous ne pouvez pas l'avoir avec les poings. Vous allez comprendre assez rapidement pourquoi, j'imagine. Alors, on a les mots et les mots permettent d'exister. Au début, ils ne veulent rien dire et à la fin, ils permettent justement de décrire une envie, un désir, la dernière part de pizza.
Et donc, tu as écrit un livre. Est-ce que tu pourrais nous parler d'un passage de ton livre qui va convaincre tout le monde de l'acheter?
C'est l'entrée en matière lorsqu'on parle de l'ignorant fécond. Aujourd'hui, on vit dans une société où tout le monde parle de tout le temps, absolument sur tous les sujets. Et aujourd'hui, le réflexe serait de combattre ces gens-là. Mais sachez que la mauvaise herbe ne s'arrose pas. Résultat des courses, on se perd, on se noie, et face à l'ignorant, qui est de plus en plus fécond et qui parle partout, tout le temps sur les réseaux, eh bien, il faut soigner sa propre parole pour exister nous-mêmes dans cet écosystème. Donc, c'est un passage qui me plaît parce que c'est un passage presque philosophique sur la quête de sa propre communication.
Convaincu? Ouais.
J'en ai pas avec moi.
Et dans des accompagnements que tu proposes, tu accompagnes aussi les sportifs sur leur communication. Il se trouve qu'on a un certain sportif dans la salle.
Pas des moindres.
Si tu devais lui donner un conseil?
Faire différemment. Faire différemment toujours. Les journalistes n'aident pas tellement aussi les sportifs et les sportives à sortir de ce carcan très traditionnel de l'interview. Et aujourd'hui, je crois que les gens vivent des émotions, en l'occurrence sur la piste de ski, mais il faut en vivre aussi après. Et lorsque vous avez, après une médaille, 55 interviews à faire, il faut tenir le rythme. Et c'est dans la différence parfois que se joue l'élément émotionnel ajouté. Enfin, voilà, ce petit clin d'œil.
Merci beaucoup Mathieu pour
Avec
cette
plaisir.
présentation.